Yeah, hello, my beautiful and wonderful viewers. You are welcome to Shadrach's Online Mathematics. The aim and the goal is to make mathematics very simple, understandable, and relatable. So we have a question on the board, and the question says solve the simultaneous equations 5x minus 3y, 5x minus 3y equals 28. And then negative 2x plus 4y equals 14 using Cramer's rule. Okay, solution. So let me have my questions back, my equations back. 5x, 3y, 28. Now from here, you can see that 2 is a common factor. So 2 go here, minus x, 2 go here, 2y, 2 go here, 7. So there are some, let me say there are some terms I want to get across before solving the question. The first thing we are going to look for is what you call the coefficient matrix. You first have to find the coefficient matrix if you are using the Cramer's rule. The first thing you do is to find the coefficient matrix. The next thing is to find the what? The constant matrix, and then other things will follow. Now, what is the coefficient matrix? So coefficient matrix. So coefficient matrix is the matrix formed by using the what? The coefficients of the variables or the unknowns in the equations. So the unknowns here are x and y. So their coefficients are what? 5, negative 3, this is negative 1, and then this is what? 2. Alright. And then the next thing we have the what? Constant matrix. So constant. This is a constant matrix. That is what? The matrix formed by the constants. So that's 28 and 7. Alright. So now let me take it that this matrix is what? The matrix A. This is the matrix A. Alright. So I have to look for the what? The determinant of the what? Coefficient matrix. This Cramer's rule is full of determinants. In the course of solving the equation, you will understand what I'm saying. So now let me find the determinant of the coefficient matrix. So that gives me what? You multiply these two like this. That gives us what? 10. Then minus, you multiply these two. That is negative 1, negative 3. That is what? 3. So this gives us what? 10 minus 3, that is what? 7. Which means that the determinant of the coefficient matrix is what? Is 7. Now, how do we find our values of x and y? So x is equal to this. And y is equal to so now, this is how we find the values of what? X and y. So we are to look for what? This matrix AX, because this is the determinant of the particular matrix AX. And then this is the determinant of this matrix what? AY. We already know the matrix of what? A. The determinant of this A, which is what? 7. Alright, so now what is AX? So now, AX is the matrix formed by replacing the first column of the coefficient matrix with the constant matrix. So you are replacing this by that, just like those of us that watch football. This is a player, he is tired, so they want to substitute him. So they are using this particular player to substitute him. So that gives us what? 28, 7. And then this person is still agile, playing. Minus 3 and 2. Now, why did I replace the first column? Because of this x. Because of this x. So we assume that the first column is x and the second column is what? Y. So since I'm looking for what? The matrix of what? The matrix of with respect to x. That's the reason I replace the what? The first column. Now the next thing is to find the what? The determinant of that matrix. So that gives us what? Ax times x equals, again, this times this is what? 56 minus this times that is what? Minus 21. This gives us 56 plus 21. That gives us 77. Alright? So from here, if you are those of us that are following, you can find the value of x already. You can do the values of x already. Alright? Yes. Now let's move on to the next matrix. Matrix AY. So how is that one done? This time the matrix is with respect to what? To y. So we are going to keep the first column of the what? Coefficient matrix, which is what? 5 and negative 1. And then we replace this time 5 and negative 1. Stronger agility is playing. But minus 2 and 3 is tired. So we are what? Substituting minus 2 and 3 with what? 2 and 28 and 7. So 28, 7. So what is the determinant here? This gives us what? This times that, 35. Minus into bracket, this times this is what? Minus 28. So now this gives us 35 plus 28, 63. So we are now, we can now find the values of what? X and Y. Very simple. Alright, so let me keep this portion of the board. Alright, so now my X from what I have here. Now the determinant of this is what? 77 over A 7, that is what? 11, comma x is, sorry, y is what? AY is what? 63 over A, which is what? 7, that gives us what? 9. Therefore, x is equal to 11 and y is equal to what? 9. Very simple, right? Yes. So these are the values of x and y using the Cramer's rule. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my lesson. Please like and share so that others will follow the good work I'm doing here. Thank you.